Howdy, y'all. Welcome to episode 51 of Unfinished Business. Hope you're having a great week, except for you, Trevor. I hope you had a terrible week. But anyways, here's what we got going on for tonight. We got a couple of different segments we want to talk about, and we're going to have to edit that out. I don't know how we're going to do that. And then...
What did Trevor do? What did Trevor do? What did Trevor do?
I was talking about that.
And posted to Instagram immediately.
That and my clip for most likely to go bald next year.
Oh boy!
Sadly, I was not familiar with this game, but I saw those wedding pics, and yeah, you're onto something. You're definitely onto something with that one.
I don't know what Trevor did, but like it was just the first word.
I like the anti-Robbie C intro.
Yeah, you like that? That was on purpose. Yeah. I don't know, just trying something different, you know. Something about Trevor came to my mind immediately.
Just trying something that's just actively causing hate and spite in the world. You know how it is. No one's been doing that lately.
Listen, maybe Trevor did something. Maybe Trevor did something and he needed to be called out for it. I mean, I don't know. Just never know. Well,
go ahead, Tyler. Why don't you take it?
Well, let's just confused right now.
Let's get right on with this week's episode.
This is a disc golf podcast. If you're new here.
All right. So let's just let's just take a minute.
I got some new discs.
So we each get 60 seconds to just talk whatever disc golf thing you want to talk about. So Corey, do you want to hit it first?
Yeah, I got some new discs.
All right, you're on the clock.
Tyler almost got a new disc, but he didn't answer me in time. I was at a Play It Again.
I know.
In the Chicagoland area, and I picked up a Legacy Fighter. Cool disc. Ooh. It is a 10305.
Oh, okay.
It's a 304, 305. I don't know. It's a beef boy. I kind of got it just to like compare to the Hellfire. I also got this gray and red one. It's really nice. And then I can't remember what his name was, but someone emailed me and said, "What's your address?" And he sent me an Innova Monster.
Dude, wait till you throw that bad boy.
So I don't know should I do a video comparing all three of these, or should I do this as like a lunch break?
Lunch break.
Yeah. Okay.
Give away the disc that you got in the mail.
Okay. I still need to give away the two discs that I have.
To me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I also bought some material, but I can't talk about that. So who wants to talk next?
I also got some discs, and is a perfect prelude into what I'm going to spend my 60 seconds on.
Hold on. Good word, dude. Prelude?
Pro's popping that out.
Holy crap, dude. Have you seen the new Prelude?
Honda is back. Corey's spot with that word.
Honda is back, guys.
Let's go.
Yeah. All the way back.
Goodness. All right.
I will extend 10 seconds. Go ahead.
Thank you. I want to know if anybody else has done this. We've talked about this. I talked about it in my most recent video. The last time I played disc golf, subsequently like 2 weeks ago, I lost my putting putter. I don't know where it went. I made a putt. I went to putt on the next hole. It was gone. I walked the course 2 more times looking for that thing. It was absolutely gone. Sucks for me doubly because I can't buy that putter anymore.
Doubly?
It's out of there.
What the frick? Get that man in the 20 seconds.
Just keep on going. So good guy Birdie sent me some blackout marbles instead of the whiteout marbles that I was putting with. But these are
Can we please call them Batman marbles?
Yeah, but every time you putt, you have to go, where's the putt?
No, you got to go.
Rachel, where's the basket?
But let me know somewhere if you've ever just lost your putting putter. I genuinely think the aliens.
I did.
It was
for a minute
gone.
I threw a putt. I left the course. A half hour later, I look in my bag. It wasn't there. I drove back. It was in the same basket I left it in. So
that's awesome.
I posted on Facebook, man. Facebook, nothing. Just that thing has vanished. I think it's karma for saying I'm going to putt with Toombs. My putter just said, all right, I'm out.
Have you filmed there since or played there since?
I have not. No, it's probably like an hour drive for me. So it's not somewhere I can easily just like go.
Because I was going to say, maybe next time you go, it'll just be...
just appear somewhere.
Yeah.
That's why I literally spent an extra probably hour and a half there just walking around playing some holes. Just because I knew I wasn't going to come back for a while. So it's I got to try to find this thing. But
have you guys seen that chimpanzee or the monkey? He's like, Oh no, that's what I'm thinking about right there.
Yeah, that was probably more than 60 seconds, but I need to know who
It's
else
all right.
is in there.
Matt gave you the extra 20 for using the Brazzy word, so
Yeah.
I used 2 of them there, so he gets a lot.
All right, Matt, you get your 60 seconds. Go.
I've been working on form stuff. I'm 3 weeks into form stuff. I'm throwing faster on standstill than I was throwing on full power shots before. So kind of a W. Bad news. Everything either comes out like a missile. No, everything comes out like a missile. High and on hyzer. And I just almost chopped down a full tree on my home course. Just destroyed a P2. Just threw it like 100 feet on a standstill and just shot it. Like it just launched into it. But pretty impressive. I'm not going to lie. I'm already beating the numbers really, really quickly. So very exciting, but that's it for me.
Speaking of standstills, I think I can throw a standstill just as far as I can throw a normal shot, both backhand and forehand, at least right now in the cold.
I think Corey does more standstill throws on screen for his YouTube channel than anyone else in YouTube.
Oh, well,
Outside
then just
of
wait for
Blitz
Friday.
You do like at least 2 a round, it feels like.
That is
Well, I
true.
did an entire round of them. They were putting.
I honestly
but
cannot remember the last time I threw like a full power standstill.
they're so fun.
Neither have I.
That's
It does not sound fun to me. Maybe
And
I'll try it.
honestly,
You know? I got to test this out.
Taylor, to be clear, not fun at all, but I did like 20 sessions of standstill and now they're fun. But yeah, the guy I'm working with is like, hey, my standstill is within 3 miles an hour of my actual X step. He goes, so if you just get good at that, I think you just dodge all these things. And he was right. But I used to hate, like I would throw standstills because they went less far. It was like an automatic distance limiter. But now that doesn't even work. So kind of an L on my part.
Plus, you got to get used to them for when they change the Pro Tour
Oh, the
to
rules
have
change.
standstill zones. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to try to talk as fast as I possibly can.
Oh, brother.
Got this disc. It is really, really good. It is the whatchamacallit. See how much dome this sucker has? It's that new Sexton Firebird. I was ripping it all over it. What? Oh, you're clocking me. 24 seconds? What the?
Dude,
No way.
You've been yapping for a while.
No, I have not.
Hurry it up, dude.
You're running out. You're
You're
out of
old,
time,
man.
brother.
You don't even
All right,
know how much time you got.
I'm just going through
anymore.
my whole new bag. Stone Steadies.
What does that plastic feel like? Like, what would you compare it to?
Breakers. I've got a chicane. Jawbreaker zone. This disc. This disc.
Bro just
SP Rift.
edited out his own cuss word.
This. Quake. I got the soda. That sucker is flippy, Matthew. Goodness
I told
gracious. Midnight Pipeline. Ice Pipeline.
Soda, bacon soda.
This dude, so freaking good. And then
Is
I've
this
got
in the bag?
this
Yeah,
dude.
it is. It is.
All Tyler posts.
Gorgon.
Tyler's put out 4 in the bags before I've put out 1
Dude,
this year.
This thing is so freaking good.
It is
Facts.
so sick.
I was throwing consistently like over 400, like easily over 400. So good. So then I started throwing the Pro. Pro is not flippy, but like pushed, and it has dome. Synops is my bomber forehand. There you go. That's what I'm throwing right now.
Tyler's ruining any audio only things by punching his mic senseless.
The
Tyler,
first time,
you
it was
You
so
put me
good.
on a 25-second clock, and you cut me like
and let me tell
30
you what,
seconds.
You might have went 2.5 minutes. Tyler, you said you wanted a flippy fairway, and I knew the soda would be pretty dang flippy. It's already starting to become pretty dang.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I
Yeah,
don't hate it. I'm just saying, like,
I-
that sucker is like it like flips flat, and then it goes.
Yeah, you said you wanted flip that,
And
didn't you?
never. It's funny though because it flips, and you're like, okay, it's gonna hold that, and then it just
And it starts to
keeps drifting. It's like, whoa, that
Yeah,
thing is.
it's actually really bad for me right now, but that
Anyways.
it is fun.
Well, listen,
I will
I was not planning on doing that, but Matt put me on the clock, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna go through the whole bag right now then.
So what was
Small
the
bag
disc you were
update.
throwing in Charlotte? Was it an F3?
Yeah, F3. No. Yes, blue F3.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I was gonna say.
Are other
Beat in.
F3s not like that?
You have to beat it in.
Okay.
Once
you couldn't just go like F5 and get there.
So the thing about a beat in F3 is it'll flip and drift a little right and then come back. An F3 will flip up, go straight, and then fade. But you'll get a little drift, like late drift on a beat in F3. It's
What
a
about an
god.
F5?
Flip
Have you ever
up.
tried it?
Yeah, I threw an F5 for a long time, and then I switched to the
Have you
F3.
thrown an FX4?
Yes. Flip up, drop.
Have you ever tried
What are
getting a
these?
live?
What are these scientific calculators or what?
Very.
Have you thrown the TI-84 yet? Yes or no?
Hey, Will's changing the naming convention.
I haven't thrown one of those, but it's a classic, very reliable. Just
Yep.
make sure you got good
Yep.
batteries in it.
Exactly.
I have been blessed in that I made a video and said I didn't have a flippy 9-speed, and then my dynasty the next day was like, all right, I'm flippy now. Bet.
Let's go.
It started
I
sweating.
don't know.
It was like,
I don't know
"Am
what happened, but that thing was like, all right, bro, I got you.
Exactly what that boy needed.
All right, well, let's get into our next segment, latest and greatest or not. So this is what's going on in the world of pro disc golf that you want to just bring to the table real quick. And I think Taylor has the floor.
I have a rant. I don't know where this is going to go, but I have a small
Buckle
rant.
up, everybody.
I've been thinking
Seatbelts
about-
on. Seatbelts on.
So here we go. We're going to talk about.
Corey, put your seatbelt on. I'm not having you go through the windshield.
Strap in.
Okay, good.
Yeah, just do the sound effect too. So I want to talk about Ken Climo for a little bit, and maybe not in the same way that a lot of people want to talk about Ken Climo. I will go on the record and say currently I don't know if I fully believe that it's actually going to happen. Ultiworld is obviously a very reputable source. It's not Disc Golf World, and they're like, Ken Climo follows Discraft on Twitter, so he's signing there. Let's make a video. But more than anything, for me, this is an indictment of Innova Champion Disc. If I'm a player, if I'm Calvin, or anyone that wants to sign with Innova, what do I have to do to be worth your money? Paul's not worth your money. I'm not the greatest of the current generation. Ken Climo's not worth your money. Not the greatest of all time. So what are we doing if I'm a player? Like, why would I ever want to sign with a company that clearly has no investment in me when I could go to a Discraft who is doing the best player marketing of any company in the sport? I will say I poked around Innova. I feel like it's not promoted very well, but how they sell their players on their website is the best of any company, in my opinion. It's how I would set it up. So you go to the player themselves, they have their bag listed in every plastic of the disc, and you can just go buy it, which I think is sick. That's how it
smart.
should work. I also think that those players should get like a kickback from sales from that page, but that
I was
probably
gonna
doesn't
say
happen.
it would be really cool to like be able to click on that and be like, purchase this, but that link directly goes.
It's
to
like
that.
an affiliate link to the pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it should be set up. But no, more than anything, I think as I've thought about it more, like the biggest takeaway of this for me, even if Ken goes to Discraft or not, I have zero interest as a pro player of working with Innova at all. I feel like how am I ever going to be worth more than Paul or Ken? And you let them walk, right? Like you don't want to pay them.
So one thing I will say to that is maybe Nate Sexton for what I kind of talked about earlier, which was that is the single greatest signature series disc ever to hit the market. And they've released 2 releases. One sold out in 2 minutes. The other one sold out in 5 minutes. So that's probably the only player that they'll ever do. And that's not even because of the player. That's because of the disc.
Right.
What about like an Isaac?
No. Why?
What do you mean?
I mean, what's the difference between Isaac and Ken Climo other than their age?
No, I'm saying, what if Isaac goes there? Does that restore your faith in, or would that restore people's?
They would
faith
have to
in
do
Innova?
something different. I mean, think about it this way too. Like obviously if Discraft is paying that money to Ken, they're confident that they can recoup that. Even if it's one disc drop that we have like X mold, this is Ken's mold, they're confident they can make a profit on that. Why can't Innova? If you already have the legacy, if you already have that story to tell, they're not.
Well, we
doing
don't know the
anything with it.
background. We don't know the background of the
That's
whole
very
Ken.
true. And a lot of people will say that relationship was not very good for a very long time, but that's still more on Innova's side to me. Like market, you have the opportunity to market like a Tiger Woods figure of disc golf, and he has been doing nothing.
I mean, how much do you think Calvin makes?
I don't know.
I think he was going to make $1 million over 4 years. I have
250.
I have heard from some very strong influence people that it's 250 a year.
Okay, so 250 plus 100 of just touring. Like he made 100.
Yeah.
So he's making 350. I don't think Innova's cutting him down by saying 250 a year. That's great. And I think it's also very realistic for him to be one of the best players and be making that when it's not COVID time.
I don't think Taylor's disagreeing with you, but like, for instance, if you go to another company, there's a chance they will make the disc you want. If you go to Innova, they will never make the disc you want because they have 1 million discs already. Like they're not making anything new, you know?
Yeah, Scott, I think Scott points it out perfectly in that like no player is going to be bigger than the brand itself. And I think my point is less current player, like what can you do for me now? And more so like Discraft and Yuli, right? Yuli's not playing anymore, but he's still a very strong influence at Discraft. He's the captain. He has molds. They're continuing to support him. I think Innova has now the track record outside of German Yuli, who we've kind of yet to see, I think, or not Yuli, Sexton, German Sexton. Yeah. I think Sexton's a much better kind of comparison to the Yuli of he's not really playing anymore. But the majority of that, again, comes from the Firebird and commentary and less Innova specifically for me. Whereas other companies have given you an example. I think Will Schustrick's like an extreme example with Prodigy and Kale being very bought in, longtime players. Yuli on Discraft, hey, we're going to get behind this guy. We're going to support this guy. Innova has two of the greatest to ever play the game. Now you can go somewhere else. We're not going to
I do think Nate Sexton was flash in a pan because he actually went to Innova and was like, hey, like, I really want to get this mold to look like this, this, and this, so it flies like this. And so I feel like that was the first time they did that. And all of a sudden it's sold out and it's always been a bestseller disc. But I don't know if any other player has come in and had the same desire to change the disc like Nate Sexton did. So that's another thing that I was thinking about too, is like I was thinking about Calvin, like how much does he want the Destroyer to really be manipulated and be different? So,
and it's interesting that they pushed Calvin's more of like Calvin's disc to Millennium. I feel like with what is it, the Vela?
Very interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think that's because there's the difference right there. Like there's 1,000 different destroyers. There's also stock destroyers. If you put all of Calvin's stuff to Millennium, they know where like Calvin is selling. As opposed to like, oh, Calvin's on the destroyer, but like we sold 100,000 of them last year. How many were
like
actually from Calvin?
How much can you attribute to Calvin, right? Yeah.
Yeah. As opposed to like, oh, we can literally dissect how many Calvin Millennium discs sold because that's it.
Yeah.
There's not that many Millennium fans.
It's just really strange how Innova was just like, we've dominated the markets. We don't need to sign and spend any more money on players to promote our disc because we have our disc and every single like little store possible. We like all the like the beginner disc and stuff like that. And then Discraft was like, we're going to push these players and market the players. I wonder if Innova sees themselves as missing out on an opportunity to do all that and they're late to the game, or they're just like, nah, we're just happy to keep doing what we're doing.
I think they're just happy.
I think
how much money do you think they make from just how much money do you think they make from just like Dick's and Walmart?
That's what I was going to say. Like being the retail guys, like
that's what I'm saying. I get that. That's why I said that. Yeah.
They do not care.
Yeah. And this brings up like a discussion we were having about Ken specifically. My question would be like, maybe this is what Innova's figuring out is like, how many extra players bought a stock stamp Wraith that Ken was on versus not? Like, do you think that's a thought in their head of like, if Ken's not on this disc, now we don't, if the contract was laid out that way, who knows? Probably wasn't. But like, we don't have to print this on here and we don't have to give them a little bit of money from it. And we just keep the extra. Like, when they are,
I think it's just a different side of thinking where like, if you like think about Discraft's resurgence, like the players, why did you all just take a drink at the exact same time? That was wild.
In the most flawless. I literally just looked at Tyler. I was so confused. What the crap?
But no, I was going to say that if you think about like the history and the Discraft come up, I mean, players saved Discraft, right? Like them signing Paul brought Discraft back. You think about Discraft before that, it was like the dubstep commercials and the zombie logo and like flashing in my face on any Jomas coverage. It was terrible. Where them really focusing on, I think them super focusing on Paul and like selling that really helped shaped what Discraft is now. I guess what I don't understand is why wasn't, and it may be a Ken thing again, like Ken has not been involved at all for a long time. Why don't they take a swing at like, hey, what if we make a really sick ad campaign around Ken and make like a 20-year anniversary Ken rock that has a super sick stamp? Let's put it out. Let's see how that sells and like see what we can do for both sides here. Because obviously Discraft sees large value in that if they're paying $200,000 a year to Ken for the opportunity. So I guess that's my disconnect, is why was that never attempted? Even I obviously don't know internally. I don't think Ken would not be amicable to Innova like coming to him and saying that like, hey, we know you have this offer for Discraft. What if we try some new things like for a year and just see what happens?
The one thing I was thinking about is, do you think this matters about how he was having some, I don't know for a fact, so I'm just going to say it like this. He was having some
financial troubles.
No, I was going to say drug problems, but that's not putting it down softly. I wonder if
financial problems.
That would have been a softer way to say that exact same thing. But
I wonder if that like hurt, if that issue like hurt his image so much with Innova, like they didn't want that kind of individual representing them back in the day, that now like the relationship was so torn that they felt like they couldn't do anything with him. I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, realistically, if you think about it, like Kenny's tie to Innova was like, hey, I'm throwing Innova, I'm sponsored by Innova, I won 12 times in like the 90s. What other option you really got in the 90s? Like everybody that was good was throwing Innova, right? Like it's not like it's not like in today's game where if like, you know, I don't think that's why to me, I don't think it has the same magnitude as when Paul left Innova, because even then like lesser options, but there were options, right? Like he could have joined the wave and gone to Prodigy. That was very easy for him to do. But yeah, I guess my disconnect, and like I think the biggest thing for me is like this is another piece of the puzzle of Innova letting a player go and really showing, I think, their colors of we do not care about the player. Like Innova is the brand. We're selling it in Walmart. Everybody starts with Innova. We're chilling, bro. We don't need you. And
it's just so
how
curious.
That plays out in the long run.
It's so curious why they're paying. No, I'm sorry. I thought you were done. I'm so curious about why they're paying him $200,000 a year to do what? That's what's going to be so interesting. I'm not even going to speculate. I'm just going to wait and see.
I've kind of flipped my opinion on this, where first I was like, what does Discraft gain with Ken? Like, I almost said Kenova. What does Discraft gain from Ken?
We need to start that on some social media platform. #Kenova.
Kenova. I will say, obviously, tongue-in-cheek references. This was a large discussion in our Discord when this news broke. Brixton Disc Golf heavily on the side of like Discraft gains a lot from Ken. I keep
let me specify.
Kenova. I read it one time in the chat and I can't stop saying it.
Brixton not only says, hey, Discraft gains a lot, they also say Ken doesn't have to do anything else and they gain a lot.
Just put a name on a disc, right?
That's all he's saying. No media, nothing. He says actually not good for that.
There's a large, I mean, what did people collect in disc golf before disc golf cards, right? Disc. People buy discs for no reason. I think the first run they make of either an approved mold that this is Ken's mold, or even they just say like, hey, here's the Ken, whatever. Obviously it's weird if it's a buzz. He never threw a buzz. Nobody cares. I think enough people will buy the first run of those things that it covers a majority of that contract.
Yeah, that's true.
Plus look at what Nate
The
Doss
climax, yes.
and
the Ken
Macbeth
climax.
Yeah.
So
What I'm-
Paul
I'm
Macbeth,
about to
so
take
Paul
this
Macbeth
from-
took
yeah.
the old TI, added a stamp, and made it a collab
Yeah.
Paul Macbeth,
Yeah.
Nate Doss disc,
Yep.
and that force sold really well.
Yeah.
What do you think would happen
Yep.
with a Pen McClimo
Yep.
disc?
Yep.
Because that thing's gonna sell out instantly.
That's
I'm
what.
just
Okay.
saying, they take
And this is-
Juliana from Innova 2. They have the 4 goats
Holy-
of the modern of disc golf.
But Paul has always stated he wished Ken would do more in disc golf. So I wonder if Paul had some influence on going to Discraft and saying, "Hey, bring this guy over.
I was gonna say
Let's
that.
do this. Let's do that." I've been thinking that the whole time. I just kind of been not stating it. And
And in all honesty, $200,000 a year is a spit in the bucket for Discraft.
Yeah.
oh
Yeah,
wow,
I think it's
Corey
hard to
does their
say.
financial books, so he would know.
You would know.
Yeah.
I think that's the weird juxtaposition of it too, right? Where like we're in this time where obviously most disc golf companies are very down right now. I think it's just more, again, proof in the pudding of like Discraft's doing very well right now.
Discraft also I would say the majority of their sales is Ultra Stars or whatever they're called.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Majority?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, they are cheap.
They are
and
like-
you can buy 1,000,000 of them.
they're
yeah,
like
and
the
they're-
official frisbee.
they're
of
the
anything
official-
ultimate. Yeah.
Yeah. They're everything. So,
All right. Let me state my take very clearly here because
we don't have time.
Brixton is chirping.
I
gonna
took
say,
everybody's time for this.
We've got
segment,
there's a lot
Let me-
you can
let
talk
me-
about.
Let me state this. My opinion is if they sign Ken for 5 years, 6 years, I don't disagree that the first drop, really regardless of what it is, will make a lot of their money. My question is like 2 or 3 years into that, if they're not really doing anything with Ken, what are we seeing from there? But I do think still his discs. But if they do media stuff with Ken, I'm down with it. If they do media stuff with Ken. But Brixton, you're telling me right now that Ken you shouldn't have him on
he
media
doesn't
stuff.
move the needle.
I'm a couple years down the road. Corey, please speak. I'd love to hear it from you.
True or false? Simon Lizotte most likely made all of his money in the first year
Yes.
back for
Absolutely.
MVP.
Yes.
Without a
Yes,
doubt.
you 100% did. I agree.
True or false? He probably makes a lot of money for MVP the following years, but does it have to be the same as the first?
No.
If he fully covers it, no.
Then what does
What-
it matter?
But I'm asking
You're-
how big of a difference is that?
But you're telling me that, okay, say it is 5 years and that's $1 million.
Yeah.
You don't think Ken Climo couldn't make $1 million in the first year of saying, hey, this is my first Discraft disc. Boom.
I hope he has royalties though. I hope he just
But-
doesn't have the flat
Yeah, I think
200.
The sad
No,
thing
no,
for
no,
Ken
no,
is he's
I'm
like
just
3
has to
years
have
too
royalties.
late, man. Like if Ken did this 3 years ago, business would have been
Dude.
booming.
It would have
Boom.
been insane.
I don't think it
He-
matters.
He has to get royalties.
He's showing up in his own McLaren, dude.
Yeah, he is.
Exactly, man.
But
Climo.
here's what to be clear, once again, if he does media stuff, if he does other things, I think this is an easy lock. But if he does nothing and he pops a couple collab series with Macbeth out, Macbeth will sneeze in the direction of a disc and Rose will pop $40 out for it instantly.
Yeah.
Oh, this one has Macbeth's pee in it. This zone has Macbeth's bathwater in it. Oh my
I'm
day.
buying that. I'm
Yeah,
buying
but
that.
people were doing the same thing for Ken with him being a phantom. He didn't do anything for Innova, and everyone still bought Ken Climo stuff because it said 12.
It was stock stamp stuff.
I would say I don't know if
It's
a lot
all
of people are
stock
buying
stamp.
like specifically
Yes.
like, hey, I'm buying this because Ken
all
Climo's
of the
doing
fire.
something.
If you go to a Dick's Sporting Goods right now, the Firebirds, Wraiths in Champion
you-
Plastic are all stock stamp.
That's fine.
That
So
have-
is
that
so was
have-
half of Discraft stuff when Paul
Right.
first got on there. You couldn't get a zone without a signature of Paul Macbeth. I don't give a shit about the Paul Macbeth signature.
Yo!
And he's banned. But my
Somebody
my
ban that
point
guy.
being, this is the discussion I want to have is what is the difference in Innova or in anyone of the stock stamp disc having Ken's name on it or not in sales.
They'll make money. Corey already stated he'll make money the first year, and then after that, who cares?
Yeah. And like that's what I'm saying. If they do stuff, media stuff, then cool. I think they'll make some money. But if they don't do any media stuff, I do think this is directly
how much
because
do you want
of
Ken in front of a camera though?
You're talking about Ken.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but you're making it sound like Discraft is going to go, "Hey Ken, here's a camera. You better go do this." No, Discraft has a media group that's going to just make everything for Ken.
Yeah.
All he has to do is stand in the warehouse.
I'm arguing with Brixton, who's saying they aren't gonna do that. Brixton is literally saying, pay him $200K, put him on a couch, he'll do his job. You don't have to do any media stuff with him.
I think that's true for the first
Ryan's
release.
argument.
No. I think what Brixton is saying is you don't have to because he's that big.
Right. He can go take a nap on the couch and move.
He's that big though.
I mean, climb out.
He's that big, dude. And also,
what percentage of the disc golfing population?
COVID, you don't even know who Ken Climo is. The only reason you know Ken Climo is because his signature is on the stock stamp Firebird you were trying to buy, and that was the only option they had.
I mean, here's the thing though: if you're showing said person who's never done disc golf, what disc do you want to buy? The Paul McBeth 6-time or the Ken Climo 12-time?
Yeah,
Paul McBeth 6-time.
You know how many people I have played disc golf with, and they said, "Yeah, I bought this because I could probably throw it really far." It says it went 1,100 feet. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Once again, my statement is if Discraft does some media stuff with him, but Brixton has stated they want him to sit on the couch and they shouldn't put him in front of a camera. Those are his two things. They want him on the couch. They shouldn't put him in front of a camera.
Look, I'm a guy that had a Ken Climo bobblehead in my room.
Yeah.
I don't think people. I just genuinely don't know. I shouldn't say I don't think. I
still
don't
have that?
know. I don't. It's surely
That's
somewhere. I don't
actually
know where it is.
crazy.
If I could pull
I would
that
buy
out somewhere.
that from you in a heartbeat, dude. It would go right next to my Stan Lee.
Oh,
So the larger discussion I'd like to have is what. So Ken
this isn't large enough.
Ken last year goes on Brody and Yuli's podcast, and then commentates and plays like one round at USDGC. Did he do anything else big?
No.
He commentated at US
Interview
Open, but
Which interview? The
with
Brody one?
Bearheart. No, Bearheart.
Oh, that too. Thank you. That's what I was. Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
So that's yeah. So that's my like three things. Do you think so? I've heard this theory that Ken owes Innova a bunch of money. Just this year, he paid them off. Do we think that's and now he could take Discraft's offer? Do we think Discraft was offering this every year for the last 3 years, or do you think that these couple resurgences he's done in the last year made Discraft go, actually, we should snag that guy?
No, I think
Ken saw COVID money and said, "Yo, I'm gonna get back into this thing right quick."
Bro got in a little. Well, I guess not that.
Okay,
late, but
here's my theory.
It's definitely
Here's my
late,
theory.
but that's what I think.
If
older guy
Ken,
taking some time.
no, if Ken owed Innova money and he was just using the royalties to kind of pay them back, he could literally sit there and do nothing. And he's like, "Yeah, you'll get your money. You'll get your money. You'll get your money." He starts doing this stuff and getting extra money on the side. And then he finally pays off Innova and says, "You know what? We're done. Like I'm over this. I owed you money my entire life. I'm free now." I think that's when Discraft came in and said, "Wait, I thought you were Innova, but it turns out like you were just a contracted person."
Yeah, but I'm saying they don't have any like feelers. Like if we're saying Discraft's going to offer them $200K, how much does Ken have to owe Innova that Discraft doesn't say we'll buy you out? In the height of COVID, how do they not say?
Exactly. I don't think that there was a shot. I think they thought Ken equals Innova.
Yeah.
And we found out just now Ken does not equal Innova. Ken equals
Ken actually
he owed
hates
Innova.
Innova.
And yeah, like
Yeah, but
and now he's gone.
we don't actually know that.
But if the speculation is true, that means that Discraft literally just wrote a check one day and said,
That would
hey,
make a lot of sense.
hey, I heard you're off Innova. I will literally give you $200,000 right now to come make some Frisbees with us. That's all.
So what you're saying is Ken announces, hey, I'm no longer on Innova, and then Discraft hits him up.
10 minutes later, he gets a phone call from Discraft.
Okay, I understand. I could agree with that statement.
Because if they knew that Ken would leave Innova, but he couldn't because of money, 100% they would have bought him.
I was gonna say,
Do you guys think it's possible that Discraft was really trying to sign the guy behind the Ken Climo Twitter account and actually accidentally signed the real Ken Climo?
Oh, yeah. Bro. Because that's what Discraft has been missing out on. Memes. Not
That's
enough
true.
Memes on there.
True.
So that actually makes a lot of sense.
I would really like to move the conversation into because I think we have to talk about this as well because it's pretty big news. Maybe we'll end this podcast in like 3 hours. We'll see. But what do we think about the whole Will Shoestrick becoming new CEO of Prodigy? We talked about it a little bit in our Discord today, but we haven't had a chance to talk about it to our thousands of listeners. So this is what I'll say. I'll start off by saying this, and I already said this in our Discord. I think Will is known for someone who has really good character and really good people person within the community, and everyone loves Will. So I feel like it's only a positive move for Prodigy at this point in time. So hopefully it all works out. It's interesting to see if the company feels any differently or not with Will taking over. But I'm happy for him, and hopefully he does a good job. It'll be interesting to see what they do moving forward.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Prodigy hasn't been doing any motion lately, have they? Like, Will can only really make them go.
They've been doing a lot of motion. If you think about
actually.
it, yeah, a lot of motion.
Well,
fractal plastic, recycled plastic, new run of disc.
Well,
Isaac's new
Isaac
disc.
has to throw an old Yuleberry disc from 2010 or whatever.
Doesn't have to, but he chooses to.
He chooses to, and they're all identical, and there's no reason he only wants to throw the super old discs, and the old Yuli and Germ discs are getting passed around to Prodigy players. No reason. But no, I think this is a good move because I think this only goes.
No, but you said they haven't been doing any motion with the innuendo of saying they're not doing anything but just sitting on their butts. No, they've done a lot of changes.
They're doing stuff, but they sued 17-year-old Gannon Burr. Generally, are looked down.
I don't know why you think that's like. He's not a 17-year-old kid. He's a professional athlete
who also had his adult guardian on the same contract who was also sued. So Gannon and his mom.
It's a professional athlete. It doesn't matter what the age is.
Yeah, but I'm saying, did the community view it badly?
Sure, but it doesn't mean it's not the right thing to do.
The community could be wrong.
I think Prodigy's issue has been. This seems so like blanket statement, but their marketing compared to everyone else's. Like, obviously, if you had to say the top 2 marketing disc golf companies right now, who would you say? I have my 2 in my head. So who would you say?
Discraft, Birdie Disc Golf Supply.
Ooh,
wow,
clutch answer.
Did not have that one.
Discraft, maybe disc. I feel like it's Discraft at 1, and everyone else is just so far below.
I think it's Discraft Discmania, right?
Yeah, they've been doing Discraft and Discmania, but Discmania purely off the back of Silas Schultz. Look, I'll tell you right now, the offer's out there. To our thousands of listeners, my offer is out there. Prodigy Disc, if you would like me to represent you, I will do so for free because I love you. Somebody send that to Will.
Yeah,
I'm out of there.
Yeah, I think Prodigy is phenomenal too.
Will, if you need help marketing, let me know.
Ooh, that would be a great partnership.
I got some great ideas.
This is just a really good PR moment for Prodigy to kind of feel like a next step. You know what I'm saying?
But hold the phone.
The guy everyone likes.
We need to say Prodigy's made their biggest move in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, that is true.
That is true.
They signed Mac. And Mac might change something.
And Tyler just announced that on podcast. Sorry, Mac. Hope you didn't have a little post coming out. I'm clipping it. It's going on the Instagram tomorrow.
I am like 99% certain that he announced that.
He would have to respond, but I don't think he can. I think he's
But
still.
no, I think
Thumbs up
I'm
or-
changing the
go ahead,
subject.
go ahead.
Will is if he has to pull. I think Will is what he has done / what Prodigy has done in tandem in that community for disc golf has been nothing but positive. They've put in 6 courses I think in the area in the past year. So I think a lot of people view Will in a positive light. All I got to say is keep that guy off Reddit and defending Prodigy because that wasn't the best look. But yeah, I think it's great. I will.
Wait, I thought that was Kale.
I thought that was Will. That was the whole tournament director drama, and Will was in there talking about how they did nothing wrong.
Oh, I'm flip flopping. Different Reddit. Too much Reddit drama.
Too much Reddit. I will be putting a Prodigy disc in my bag to commemorate this.
Hooray!
Shout out Will. I didn't also actually need a straight mid that Corey gave me, and it's sick, and I just want to bag it. That's completely unrelated, actually.
But I think
I'm putting a specific Prodigy disc in my bag. It's not out yet, but it will be.
Also same.
Yep. Are we all just putting official thumbs up? We're happy that Will is. I think everyone is in agreement. This is a good, this is a positive thing. Will is our new CEO. So. Yeah, I don't think you'll find many disc golfers who are hating on that, except for maybe the old CEO. That might be one, but who knows? Even he might be like.
One last thing before we move on to our weekly challenge. Most exciting disc that was released in the last month or coming up? Go.
Finish line sector.
Okay.
What was the question?
Most exciting disc released in the last
Put
month.
the phone down.
Oh, the NSH Warp. I'm writing something down.
I think the only new disc I've tried recently that isn't the Warp, and I can't steal Corey's answer, was the Broderick Ultra. That thing's pretty sick. So I'm going to go with that. That's my answer.
Man.
Just going to say, just because I found out how good it is, the Swirly Destroyer.
Yeah, the Swirly Destroyer is gas. Holy crap.
Yep. I didn't know. I have a whole new love for destroyers again, which is really weird because...
Should I just give up and start throwing destroyers?
Yes.
AKA the ones that the company that's sponsors me makes.
Taylor, I have to watch a video of you throwing that Swirly Destroyer.
Yeah, it would probably go crazy with that thing.
I gotta find that guy again. Story for the pod. My guy Casey, local fan of the channel. I just finished filming a video. I was walking to my car. He was like, "Hey, have you thrown these?" And pulled out a stack of 4 Swirly Destroyers. And I was like, "No, but I heard they're sick." And he's like, "Yeah, I threw this one and bought 3 more instantly. You should throw them." Those things are sick. Scott, if only you knew what that statement meant to me, you should probably just give up. There's a video ready to drop, man. It's ready to go. Any given moment.
Dude, I don't even like destroyers. Don't even like how they feel in my hand. I never liked. They were really bulky, and then I threw that one.
I think it's the greatest thing.
I threw that one 3 times, and I just instantly fell in love with it. And I'm getting mad about that. I don't know what Brixton is talking about. Hey, while we're here, if you want, you can buy Unfinished Business merch. Hooray!
I saw that. I saw that, Brixton. I don't know what that is.
I'm wearing it right now for those listening to the pod. You can check
there's par for par on the back.
You can check our Instagram. We have hoodies, we have beanies, we have hats, dad hats, and baseball caps or kind of trucker caps. We have t-shirts. We have it all. And check our link in our bio to get that. Thank you.
Check it. All right, weekly challenge. We did a speed of 45. Anyone want to talk about their experience at all, or how did you do?
I got to so many discs that I didn't even need to throw some of them. And
I threw all of mine.
I was so speed challenge brained that when I got a couple holes in and realized I didn't throw one, I was like, I'm just not going to throw that at all. But probably bad on my part.
I feel like it was nice being able to put in a 9-speed and a 12-speed in my bag. So that's the reason why it was enjoyable. But then I felt like I could have done a speed of 35. Essentially what I did is I put in another 5-speed in the bag and a 7-speed. I could have taken any one of the 7 or the 5 speeds out with just one or the other. So I felt like it was honestly unnecessary, but speed 35 would have been fine, I think.
Yeah,
So I played
agree,
really well.
yeah.
It was weird. I said this in our Discord, but all my pars and over pars were like terrible throws off the tee, and all my birdies were absolutely cracked throws.
I shot pretty good. The front 9 shot even. Back 9, I got to I got to a hole that's a par 4, and I got a 6 on it, which just ruined everything. I was kind of stuck in the woods.
Yeah.
I thought I threw the Hellfire, which is very overstable. If you've never thrown one, it's supposed to be a beefcake. Well, I put it on the angle that like angle plus wind equals, it just turns into a roller and goes dead straight instead of panning out.
Gotcha.
And because I was trying to flex it, I was on the left side of like a wood gap that gets you into another opening. I put it on like a crazy angle, thinking that it was going to flex and kind of like pan into the tunnel, and it didn't. So it went straight into the woods. And then like 3 shots later, I got to the basket. So
Yeah.
it was fun. Outside of that, it was a lot of the same of my normal bag, minus the other discs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's how I felt too. I do have to say I was shooting my best round ever at my course, my local course. That's super long. I was 6 under, and I got to 17, very long par 5, and I was like, I can birdie this, like no problem. And I decided to go with a non-safe shot, and I double bogeyed, and I shot 1 under my best. So I went from being 1 over my best, and then being 1 under my best. You ever seen that movie Tin Cup? Where have you seen?
Where did this come from? Whoa, where did this come from, dude?
Have you seen the movie Tin Cup, guys, or no?
No.
Right.
We're talking about over and under party. Have you seen the movie Tin Cup? Bro, are they paying you? What is going on?
The parents.
No, what happens in the movie is he plays in the U.S. Open, which he qualified to be in, and he's known for being this head case but really good golfer. And the first round he plays really bad. The second round he comes out and plays like ridiculously good, and he's on 18, the last hole, a par 5. He's got a chance to shoot over the water, get on the green, and eagle for the lowest. This with Kevin Costner?
I think I know the movie Corey's talking about, but is not.
Hold on, just let me finish. I'm almost done. Right. So he has a chance to go over the green, over the water in 2 on a par 5, and have an eagle putt for the lowest round in the U.S. Open history. And he starts thinking about that instead of just thinking lay up to the water, chip on, and get birdie, and still shoot a really good round and shoot himself in the foot. And that's essentially what I did on 17, was thinking, oh, I am 1 better than my best score on this hole, but what if I did it 2 better? And so anyways, that's what happened to me.
Is Kevin Costner the one golfing?
Yes. It's a phenomenal movie. You got to go watch it. Tin Cup. So,
okay.
Anyways, Corey, what's your challenge this week? Corey has a challenge, has not told.
Wait. Taylor,
well, maybe Taylor can talk.
Oh, sorry, Taylor.
Crowdfunded. Everybody be thinking, you guys in the chat, about what punishment I have to film, because I didn't do it.
Oh. So, that's why we haven't heard anything.
Nothing to do with Tin Cup and a rant about that, but definitely not. Corey, what's your challenge?
I just got to say real quick, Scott is saying something about me and golf in the chat. Scott, I haven't talked about golf in like months, so
I have to give respect to that. This is the first golf discussion Tyler's had in a bit.
And it was a movie. It's not even a golf discussion. It's a movie discussion.
Well, it's a movie about golf. I think we can qualify that.
It's a movie. All right, go ahead, Taylor. So what are you going to do?
No, he wants crowdfunded. He needs to figure it out.
All right, we'll figure it out.
We have to decide.
But yeah, All
right, Corey,
figure it out by the end of the podcast.
Corey, please tell us your
the punishment is you can't drink that Chick-fil-A cup anymore. All right, go ahead, Corey.
That's lame. Okay, so what we're going to do, instead of doing the speed challenge, we're going to be doing the stability challenge. And before we even think of the stability, we need to figure out how many discs do we think we need? What is the number of molds that we are comfortable with playing?
If you only can do 1 stability.
No. You'll understand after.
All right. So if you're playing in a PDGA tournament, like what is the least amount of discs?
Not PDGA tournament, just like
we're
I
going
know-
out to play our
how many
local-
discs
how
did you?
many-
Okay, you and Taylor both shot the best round ever.
With
How many
4
discs
discs.
was it?
With
Was
4
it
discs.
4?
Yeah.
4 and a putter, or 4 discs altogether?
4 discs all together.
Okay, so should we do?
We should
That's
do
what.
four.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I went into a
just-
tournament, like I'm thinking, I would feel really comfortable playing with like 5, maybe 6 if I'm playing in a
All
tournament.
right, let's do
Okay,
4
so
discs and a
7.
putter because I don't want to throw my putting putter.
So Scott said 5 plus putter.
I would agree
You're
with
saying we'll do 5 plus putter?
that. I
Or
agree
4
with that.
Or 4 plus putter.
5 plus
putter's
putter
chilling.
for me.
As long
Yeah.
as we say plus
I
putter,
could go. I would pay money to go play in a tournament and see how well I could do with 5 and a putter.
But you
Okay,
do have to
so
pay money
5
to get in those tournaments.
So 5 and a putter.
Wait, now I'm gonna have to go do that in the spring.
5 and a putter.
Frick.
That's what you get to. That's what you get to use.
Mark it down.
Do you have a coin, Tyler?
Yeah. Hold on.
Bro, you got that Google, man. Google coin.
Once the okay, well, and he's
Okay, I thought he had a coin.
All right,
Oh
guys.
no, I got even better. A
on
mini.
merch.
I got a mini.
I got a
Wait,
It's on Printful.
Okay. All right.
Head.
It's
So,
gas.
tails.
okay. So heads is going to be odds. Tails is going to be even.
Say that again.
Heads is odds. Tails is even. Do it.
Matt, call it.
heads. Wait, why are we calling it?
Wait,
We don't
why-
need to
why are we
call
calling it?
this. Why the frick are we calling it?
It was tails.
Tails.
All right. So 5 discs plus your putter. Your putter obviously doesn't count, but your 5 discs, the stability of the turn and fade have to add up to an even number.
Ooh.
Oh,
So you cannot have any odd numbers.
Okay, I like it.
I like it. That's
All
cool.
right.
Yes.
That's
Put it in the challenge Discord, Matthew.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mac, we have
Hey,
your social security
dude.
number also on our podcast.
Mac, I am so sorry, man.
Dude, Mac told me like
Dude,
a week before he told you guys because I was harassing him in his DM to ask about it.
you're cool, Matthew. Thanks,
But I didn't tell you guys because I didn't know if Tyler was gonna do this.
dude. You told
Scott said, "What? How do you add negative numbers?" So
you just add them. I'll be holding a.
If
you
Yeah,
just combined negative, like all numbers. So
Right.
-2 plus 3 is 1. So
Yeah.
that you can't use that.
right.
You'd have to use like a.
I'll be doing a math stream afterwards if anyone.
I like how
wants to-
Scott's asking us this, but yet he has not posted any of his rounds in our
Scott,
Discord.
why don't you post around? buddy?
Despicable.
But anyway, like for instance, a destroyer is -1 3. That's an even number. You could use that.
And I will.
Also, decimal like 0.5s. We're just disregard that.
Just disregard the 0.5.
Yeah,
Or do you
you
round
could
Round up.
It's
Round up.
round up. Do you want to round up?
You can round
It's
up.
a 5.
I'm down.
Okay,
with
we'll round
5 and above, give it a
round up.
shove.
We have to put that in the.
Okay, so
in the
question
Discord.
not for me, but for Scott. So it's all of your discs have to add up to an even number, right? So when you add the stability of all of them.
No, each disc has
Oh.
to add up to an even number.
Okay, never mind. Oh, I get it. I get it. It clicked.
Each
it
one.
clicked.
He got it. He
Okay.
got it.
I'm good. I'm
You're
good. I
good.
got there.
I'm
Plus,
starting to figure out.
plus, if you add all
where we
even
are right
numbers,
now
it is an
mentally.
even number.
Yeah, I did. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, bro.
All right.
I can't
I'm
use
actually.
my fjord. This sucks.
Ooh, we got
Worst
him.
What is a
challenge of all
fjord?
time.
Gonna have to
So,
buy chicane.
3. It's
Oh, you can't
it's
even-
a stability of 3.
303. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, nope.
Cooked. Gotta find something else.
All right. So at this point, this is our part of the show where we're calling it "The Floor Is Yours." So anyone can bring anything to the table that we want to talk about right now.
The whiplash effect of pros making less money, showing in form reviews, whether they're good or bad, mystery boxes, whether they're good or bad, promoting their own discs, whether they're good or bad, actually posting on social media, whether the content is good or bad. I want to see how far this web spreads because there's some obvious things, but I think there's some less than obvious things. Have you guys noticed anything less than obvious? Like the obvious ones, obviously, are like, as I'm saying this, mystery boxes. Every pro just popping out mystery boxes. Eric Oakley's trying to sell prototype spices.
Dude, I love the pros popping out the mystery boxes. I mean, I'm not gonna buy one, but I'm wondering why it took them 3 years to figure
Dude,
this out.
Corey Ellis is selling 3 discs for $80.
Dude, he knows what he's doing. Why didn't people do this earlier? I don't understand it.
They didn't need the money.
They didn't need the money.
No, they need the
So they're not entrepreneurs. I
That's
get
my
it.
thing. We have Austin Turner walking around at a 1031 rated player, and he literally just posts on his story, "Hey, I'm not sponsored. Companies, please hit me up."
Crazy.
No,
And
you
he's
are
really
desperate.
marketable. He's a lefty.
Yes.
He's a good-looking dude.
All right, no one had admitted his voice, but Tyler brought it in. Tyler's like, he's freaking hot as all get out.
That's not what I've said, but I did
Bro.
say if I had to have a tour player crush, it'd probably be Austin Turner. He's a
If
good-looking,
you get that guy at the
man.
Myrtle Beach Open, he will shred.
Yeah, I do like Austin Turner a lot. But the point that Austin Turner is just posting like, "Hey, companies, hit me up," and he's not getting hit up is crazy.
No one's got
That's
the
insane.
cash flow, bro.
But I want
Scott
to.
says in the chat, is players dropping off the tour a good or a bad thing? I would like to
Good
hear
thing.
how it
Good
could be a
thing.
good thing. Please tell me how it's a good thing.
It's going to be less saturated, so hopefully, I feel like they could possibly do more with less players.
Or
In what-
it gives
in
a
what way?
chance for new people to get into the positions that are open now.
That's probably true as well. I don't know. I have to really I haven't thought about it until just now, but I'm
The
pretty
biggest thing in my
sure
mind is the decrease in tournament purse across the year
that would be
is
the only thing
going
I'm thinking about.
to be very largely detrimental, I feel like.
But they're just going to throw in some other people that Corey just mentioned that are hungry.
Yeah.
I think they can.
Why just
Yeah.
because people dropped out doesn't mean that the tour needs to shrink the amount of people allowed in the tournament. You just bring other people.
Or younger people,
Yeah,
You think
my
that
question-
you
or
think that a
older
tournament will
people.
fill?
or old people.
I think
tournaments are going to fill for
I think
for the
this is-
pro tour. There's
Yeah,
people on the waiting list every time.
I think this is what Taylor's saying versus Corey's taking. Taylor's taking it from the perspective that like we will stop seeing those low level people do any tour. Corey's saying it's always going to fill, and if it doesn't fill, then it starts to be a bad thing.
How do we know that our friend Mac isn't the next Paul Macbeth because he just can't get in the tournament?
Can't ace
And
with the
now
board.
that there's an open slot, we
Can't
can
ace
see
with
how
war.
bad he is.
But we've also heard breaking news. I'm going to break out all the information on Mac right now that he would be in God mode in Circle 1 putting.
He is.
So
Well, it depends.
he never misses.
Start
would
putting with
be-
BA3s.
he's-
That happens to you.
He's in.
Oh wow.
He's really good at putting if I'm not caddying for him. If
Well,
I'm caddying for him, he'll miss everything.
Well, I
Good to
get
know.
that. I
Good to
get
know.
that.
He
But
gets
no,
nervous around me.
I just want to see how
He's a
far.
good-looking guy, that Corey
He's a good-looking
Kramer.
guy. When you see him with a bag on his back, ooh. I just want to see how far this web spreads into like random things pros start doing. Because wait, here's a positive. People are going to figure out that a lot of pros do not know any or good stuff about form. They're going to figure that part out. There's going to be some pros that start popping some stuff out, and you're going to be like, that's actually not good. Which one? Tyler, you raise your hand first, young man.
I'm just saying. I have something to say when you're done.
Go ahead. I'm done. I was just
The floor
mentioning
is
it.
yours now.
I'm just kind of curious. And now I'm just opening up the can of worms, Scott, because you started this. Has any disc golfers looked at the PGA scene and see, oh, these guys they're individual players? Like they really focus on branding themselves. And I'm wondering if these guys are too late to the party to try to maybe do some of that or not. Like
It could be.
they need to bring out their like personalities a little bit more.
Yeah, I do think it's obvious in like Instagram Reels or stuff like that people are starting to realize like, oh, I should probably post stuff. Like we're seeing it on a lot of players, in my opinion. I'm like, wait, I've not seen this person post ever, and suddenly they're posting regularly. Like
Adam, right now, let's hear it.
yeah, sure. Corey Ellis,
Wow.
another one, starts posting
Wow.
quite frequently.
Shout out
James-
Civil War.
I hate to say it, James Proctor. Bro just
Wow.
popped out 8 posts in the last 2 weeks, and before that, I didn't see him for a month and a half.
He's going to
James-
go back to teaching apparently.
James Proctor's a dog, bro. Built
He's-
different.
I mess with James Proctor heavy, but that's what's happening.
I just love that he comes out, wins a pro tour, a couple pro tours one year, goes on a podcast. Yeah, I'm probably not going to play next year. We'll see what happens. Which is a real cool.
That is good. That's awesome.
He knows about the important things in life.
That's a guy. That's a guy going into the interview with 3 other offers from other other
Exactly.
places.
He's like, yeah, you know, I might be
All right.
here.
You're looking at other people who've been playing disc golf since they were 11 years old.
I'm going to ask a quick fun one about this. What top 30 player could leave the tour?
I got to look up the top 30.
Oh man, here we go.
Yeah.
Official disc golf world rankings.
Oh
Here we
gosh,
go.
dang! Now I thought I was confident, but I have to too.
Official rules of disc golf. That's not what we want. Official world ranking. I was gonna say we probably need to take a look at who's been moving around. Gannon's on top for a while now, right?
He just came out with his signature bag too.
All right, so I'm gonna go down the list from 30th down, and you tell me gone or stay. Ready? Gavin Rathbone.
Gone.
Get out of here.
Also, another
Get a day
unsponsored player.
job.
No, one word. Gone or stay.
Get a day
Gone.
job.
Gone.
Mason Ford.
Gone.
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 Gavin Babcock.
Gone.
Yeah, he's chilling. He's,
Stay.
Jakub Semerad.
Gone.
good.
Gone.
He's good. No, he's good.
Corey. This might catch Corey. Andrew Marweed.
Gone.
Oh gosh. Corey Ellis.
He's committed
Gone.
to bit now.
Andrew Presnell.
Gone.
Bradley
That's a
Williams.
major winner.
Gone.
Luke Taylor.
Gone.
Vino.
Okay, he's just saying gone about everyone. Luke Taylor,
Adam
an
Hemmes.
up and coming talent.
Gone.
Adam.
You're just now
Gone.
realizing this,
Cole-
Matt. He said
Cole
Andrew
Dolan.
Marweed was gone, bro.
Gone.
He loves Andrew Marweed.
Aaron Gossage.
Gone.
I think
Oh,
he understands
no.
enough.
Joel Freeman. We're going through the whole list right now. Joel Freeman.
Gone.
Corey
Evan-
Kramer.
Evan Smith.
Gone.
Joey Buckets.
Gone.
James Proctor.
Tour's
Who?
about to be
Gone.
desolate.
Matty O.
Gone.
Ezra Robinson.
Sadly, I was
Gone.
gonna say Matty O is my answer because, like, how long can he do it for, man? Like,
Diamond
realistically.
Lazat.
That's easy. He's gone to do YouTube.
Gone.
Yeah, Simon actually could just
All right.
leave and do YouTube.
This has turned into a meme.
Al
I'm not gonna-
Zan.
Bro, he put a little too much.
Oh man.
Joel
What a
Freeman
weird 45 seconds.
actually gone though. I think Joel Freeman, like, bro, just pops out for random things in the
Bro,
zestiest bit of all time, and then
The
leaves-
Joel
and then gets
Freeman
mad on
lore
the
is
court.
so deep, man. If you watch like 2 Joel Freeman videos, I feel like I learned something new about that guy's life every
Yeah,
video.
dude, he pops out with the zestiest fit on, plays well, plays badly, gets mad on the course,
Pops out with the McDonald's freaking
Yeah.
outfit.
pops out on Instagram the next day. Hey, I want to apologize. I'm just trying to get better. Next weekend.
I just mean
Yeah,
like
he
bro
gets mad on
pops
the
in a YouTube video. Yeah, I used to be a hip hop dance instructor. Yeah, I used to
that's
be like an opera trained singer. It's like, what's this man doing with his life?
Gone.
Gone. He's doing
Gone.
something.
Out
would
of,
like
out
to
of
have
the
the
people
floor now.
you said, I would say Cole Radalin.
Gone?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel
His
about
hips done
him.
for, man. His hips gone.
It doesn't seem like he wants to play.
He's
hurt
putting out
himself.
all this stuff every day though.
Corey, you know he hurt himself and then he came back to play an event and then hurt himself again.
Yeah, but
Gone.
even just his attitude,
He's
Mm,
gone.
it doesn't seem like
Gone.
I don't know.
Shout out Louis.
I haven't
Get
seen
that shake in,
Louis?
brother.
Gone.
Louis.
No, not Louis.
Let him out that window now.
All right, the floor's mine now. I'm taking the floor. We're moving
Okay.
on.
right.
I have a
Just
simple
stick with
statement. The true winners, really every week, but also this week, the viewers at home, man. We've got an off-season pod with nothing to talk about. Here we are, an hour deep. We're rolling. Shout out.
That's
We're way
exactly how it
deep.
goes.
Shout out to the boys. That's it.
I do have a
That's all I
question.
got.
Oh, that was it?
That's all I got.
Yeah, I guess.
Can we talk
now that it's winter, how much of your bag should you change?
First off, we shall tell no lies on this podcast.
It isn't winter until what is
It's
it?
not
December?
winter yet. We got about maybe 10 to 12 more days.
Until the official start of winter.
All right, I will not tell any lies. I hate you.
All right, go ahead.
How much should you alter your bag for the cold season? Because I strongly think that you should take every single one of your discs and notch it more understable.
Mm.
There's how much I change my bag in the winter.
You don't have a winter.
Got him.
I will not tell a lie. I hate you.
Corey, to answer your question, I do add a disc or two in. Like
Yes.
I put the torque back in.
Oh, sorry.
But I've
Not
got
mad.
space in my bag, so
Scott.
I just left the disc that got notched down one in there because I have extra
Okay.
space.
Yeah.
But I do change. Yeah.
But I think you should remove, like, I think you should switch them because your mentality would change.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying, oh, this pipeline hyzer flips in the winter and goes straight in the summer. I need like
It's
to
like
fix-
my granddad, who's an avid golfer, that's like has steel shafts and graphite shafts. And it's like, if my back hurts, I'm going to play the graphite shafts. And if it doesn't, I'm
Yes.
playing the steel shafts. Like,
Yes. It's almost the equivalent of like clubbing up because it's cold. But
For
it's,
me, yeah.
yeah, stability. So like for instance, I was throwing the Sector. Sector's a straight mid, has some fade. It was fading hard the other day because it was just so cold. So I started throwing the Supra, which was in my bag already,
Smart.
but I usually don't pull it out unless I want to do something like turnover or a very narrow wooded hole.
Mhm.
And I started throwing that, and it was doing what my Sector does in the summer. So
Yeah.
like, why not take everything in your bag
Yeah.
and do that?
You know what's an interesting problem about winter disc golf? And this is what Corey's saying. Technically, physics-wise, your discs fly more understable. However, in my experience, because you're cold, you're not as smooth and you don't throw as far.
You can't get the spin on it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
When it's cold, you can't get the spin on it. You know what I actually just did before I did that 45 speed 45 challenge? I went and got the O'Keefe's lotion like paste, and I put it on my hands. And then what you do is you let that sit for a couple of minutes, and then I just rubbed it all off on like just like paper towels and everything like that. And it gave me this like tacky gave me this tacky feeling on my hand, and it allowed me to get more snap on the disc than I normally did when it's cold. But that really helped. So I'm going to start doing that in the wintertime. That's for sure. Hold on one sec. Scott said, what about color? I think the question should be, what do you change most about your bag in the wintertime? Is it because of color, feel, the stability? For me, it's a color. Absolutely.
It's color. Yeah.
Because I'm an orange guy. I love orange, and I like blue as well. But orange is bad in the fall. And I would like to go to white, but white's bad in the wintertime if it snows or if there's snow residue. So
You gotta have 3 bags.
Yeah, Taylor, please speak. I'd love to hear.
hold
what
on,
you
I'm
think.
not done.
okay.
Bro, you stop talking. Oh, right.
Pink and bright green. That's what I go for. Go
In the winter.
in the winter.
Should more professional disc golfers be using performance enhancing substances because it is not against the rules?
100%. And
100%.
Mac needs to
Yeah.
stop glazing Matt in the chat right now. I'm getting sick and
Listen,
tired of
me
this.
and Mac just dive out.
Mac, stop doing that.
Scott, you're right. Here's currently what I realized. Because I get probably the most snow out of all of us. Corey might beat me. I don't know.
I get the most snow.
Not
Dude,
Taylor.
They don't even need to do a lot of steroids. They just need to do like one cycle in the wintertime. Like imagine
Imagine
Gannon
if Paul comes out
with
next
one
year
cycle.
just off trend
Oh
out
my
the
gosh.
ass. It is just
Dude, do
I
you know
want
how
every-
jacked you get from just doing one cycle? It's insane how big you can get.
I want everyone on the MPO, or no, not the MPO. Sorry, I want everyone in the FPO to look like Ezra Aderhold.
That's awesome.
Yes.
They have a harder time to do it though, but that is awesome. But they also just go straight testosterone, so that's kind of sick. But dude, they did a study where if you're on gear, there's someone working out and you don't work out, you gain more muscle than the person who works out. And
What?
you straight up don't. Yeah,
Oh,
it's a close number, but it's not insane.
Yeah, my mind went first to like, I feel like the grip enhancement game needs to be explored way more because again,
Yes.
it's illegal. But
Yes,
yeah,
1000% agree.
I need to see. Yeah, I feel like Gannon's the best option of where we could see just the complete transformation. Like he needs to
Gannon
be the
said
experiment.
he added like whatever 5-10 pounds to his frame last offseason.
You don't know that.
And threw 50 feet farther. Yeah, he talked about that last year.
He
He said,
doesn't know that. He's just saying that.
Y'all see
Nah,
where he's trying
bro,
to throw 800?
Dude, I saw some videos of him up in Vermont with his shirt off. It don't look like he gained anything. No offense.
What? How
yeah,
old is
imagine
he at
what
this
he
time?
looked like. Yeah,
He's
that's a great
19.
question.
In 19.
Listen, as far as white, we're getting in a tangent here. As far as white disc, Scott's correct. I figured this out the other day. My P2 is white. My Rise and Ultra are white. My Soda is white. My Pipeline is white. My Roadrunner is white. I realized this after I threw 3. of them.
Uncultured.
Yep. I got to get
It's a
some.
little racist to me.
Racer.
It is dangerously close. I'm making some
But we
intentional
will always be
decisions
putting
here.
with white putters, though.
My putters are white, but that one,
You
whatever
need at
color.
least 13% of your bag to be different colors.
I'm gonna have to do some checking on that one. I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right, let's continue. Anyone else here? Anything else? We've been losing our minds ranting.
I like
episode.
what Mac was talking about earlier in our Discord. What is the one thing that you would say about yourself? What was it? What's the one thing you would say about yourself that maybe no one else thinks or something?
Wait, should we leave this for next episode and have time to think about it? Considering we're
Absolutely.
2.5 hours deep into an episode currently.
Whatever.
And
Are we on a podcast right now?
Bring this as a part 2.
Wait, where am I? I think we're legitimately like an hour and 15 minutes, but
Hour 10.
Legitimately,
21
be
seconds.
honest. I hate
10.
you.
That's
We
cool.
will not tell lies here. All
I
right.
hate you.
I've got a
And
game.
I'm so sorry.
All right, let's go to the game. Go for it, Taylor. Speak to
Taylor's
Simple
House
game.
of Horrors.
Very
Call it what
simple
it
game.
is.
Very simple game this week. We are going to test this podcast knowledge of the best courses in the world. So we are going to be looking at, while I type in Google Sheets to keep score, just the UDIS top 10 courses from 2024. This is going to work very similarly to our foundation best sellers, where if you guess the course, you get the number associated with the course. The lower the number, the better you are at life. We're going to go Matt, Corey.
So you're giving us a
Tyler.
course and we give you the number?
You're raw dog guessing the course itself.
Lock in, Tyler.
Lock in, bro.
Am I DMing you?
I was gonna just go in order, and you can just guess.
Oh, okay. Got
So
it.
I got down Matt, Corey, Tyler. So you just guess a course. If it's on the list, you get that number, and if it's not, you suck. I don't know what to tell you.
I hate how
okay.
Taylor always goes over the rules, and for some reason, I decide to like not listen. at all.
you need to,
Cannot
Like
pay
no
attention.
listening.
Taylor needs to snap his finger in front of the screen before he does it.
We could honestly, Tyler. I think that your let's do Tyler's method here, and let's try to get a collective group lowest score possible. I'm going to give you the course in some sort of randomized order. You have to tell me. You probably couldn't. If I was trying to think, if I told you all the courses up front, you have to rank them. But I feel like you would forget courses. Like that.
Oh,
would,
yeah, 100%.
that would be cooked. So I'm going to give you a course. You
I
got
like
to
that
tell
idea,
me what
though.
it is.
Okay.
I could write down all the course names and share my screen to you guys. And then let's do that. Let me write,
All
you
right.
guys rant for a little bit. I'm going to write the course names down and you guys are going to order them. And then we're going to put in the actual order and see how close we got. I think that's a good idea.
Tyler
Okay.
and Corey, here's
Corey-
my only thing. I don't know about European courses because I know they are the best, but I don't know if enough people have been rating them. You know, like Croco Open, I know is a ridiculously high rated course.
What's that 9-hole course in Texas that Brody's trying to get number 1?
Oh, Dasher's
Asher's Track.
Track.
Isn't that what? Wait, hold on. You said Brody or did you say Brought? Oh my gosh,
Brody.
dude, my brain is not functioning right.
You know you have to listen to in a podcast. You can't just talk.
I know.
Okay.
I'm trying. I'm really trying. I heard it. I heard you say Brody, but my brain said Broad or a pictured Broad. I don't know why. That makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
He definitely didn't get all the way up there, but he did get it ridiculously high. And that's the thing you have to we have to think about on some of these is like USDGC might be on the list, even though the course itself is not necessarily that good of a course, but it is so iconic that it might be rated ridiculously high.
I'm trying to find.
Tyler's trying to find the top 100 best.
No,
UDIS
I'm
courses.
trying. I'm trying to find those topics that Corey said that he was interested in talking about, but I don't know where they went.
They basically are. We already kind of went over most of them.
Did you delete it? Anyways, no. I mean, I like the one. Well, I guess we're waiting.
Is
to
the
next week.
professional scene falling down a peg actually a bad thing? We kind of went over that. No,
I
it
think
just
I think it's fun to watch.
it
Is that bad to say? I think it is.
it's not okay. Actually, we didn't get into this as much as we thought. I'm talking about the actual post-COVID everything like that. I think it's better for us because it's giving us more time to be close to the pros before it blows up enough that it's like, does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Audio listeners, if you're about to listen to Taylor's House of Horrors, it's going to be difficult because Taylor wrote out all the things on our live stream. But hey, if you're on audio, you can come join us on Wednesday. So you can see it if you're watching us over video. But you should come join us on Wednesday nights at 8:45 EST. Let's take a second now that it's on the screen and notice how many courses are not in the United States that are on the top of this list. That is insane.
So we're trying to rank these of best to worst.
Correct.
Best to worst.
There's 4.
Okay. So I know that Brewster is, I think, top 10, and so is Fox Run.
I think Taylor's saying these are all top 10.
Yes, this is the top 10.
Tyler did not listen to a single word out of Taylor's mouth. Good night, dude. That is awesome.
Yeah, so this is the top 10 UDisc courses in 2024, not in order. So what we are going to do collectively, you guys are going to rank these in what you think the order is. We're then going to plug in what the actual order is and see what happens.
All right, Maple Hill number 1.
Is it number 1 in the world? Or just number 1 in the United States?
It's number 1 in the world.
Okay.
It's like I think it's the default. It never changes for whatever reason. It's like the icon for whatever reason.
Iconic. Like I said, I think Crocol and things like that.
I think Crocol is 2 actually.
Yeah, they would rate better, but not as many people are out there to rate them. Okay. So
no, I legit think Crocol is 2.
Crocol 2.
I think I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I can do that.
I think Persimmon is top 4.
Yeah, it might be 3, but I don't know why. I think I remember seeing a video on it that said 3, but that I can't confirm. I'll take your guys'
I think Brewster is
Scott, don't tell us no. Don't tell us no.
I think Fox Run is actually like up there above Brewster. I think Brewster's like 6 or 7. I think Fox Run's like 4.
I'm fine. Fox Run is your thing, I think. So if you want to lock her in.
Eagles Crossing could be 3.
No.
Persimmon 3.
It's Persimmon.
It's Persimmon.
I was just letting you say it wrong, but
Persimmon is a famous golf course. Sorry.
It's also a monkey.
You know.
Oh, got it. The more you Joe.
The more we know.
I would put Brewster as like 7. Can you put a 7 next to Brewster just so we can? Thank you.
Just visualize that real quick.
Yep. All right. So what are we gonna do with Eagles Crossing? Is it gonna be up there or not up there?
I see. That's once again. This is my issue of have enough people played Eagles Crossing. It's a private course.
Think Finland's got to be up there too.
Yeah.
The Finland course. I think that's got to be.
I think Finland is 5.
I think actually, yeah.
I'm down with 5, bro.
Mac, the first iteration of this game in my mind that I passed on was pulling up the top 5 courses in each state and making you guys rank in your state which you thought was the top courses.
Oh, that one's good.
I will do that next week. We'll do that next week.
In our own state, that would have been amazing.
No one look it up. Look it up.
Gas is not even close.
All right, so for Matt and I, you can do Matt from Maryland, and I'll do Delaware since I live right next to Delaware.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll do that next week. Don't look it up.
Yeah, you could do Michigan for me.
Oh yeah, okay, I got that.
If you want to do Charlotte for him, that'd be good, actually.
The state of Charlotte.
Sorry, I was brain dead there. All right, where do we go from here, guys?
Where do we go from here?
I just feel like. Who the crap is
Eagles Crossing is 6.
All right, yeah, let's make it 6. We're putting wait, whoa. We're putting
Idaho is 10.
Yeah, Idaho is 10. I agree with that statement.
Axelon is 8 and Ale is 9. That's my guess.
I wouldn't mind.
Argue me.
I would not mind putting the Swedish courses a little higher.
I don't. So you got to take something out. So which one do you bump?
I think Eagles Crossing is 9.
I would also push down.
All right, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, let's make Eagles Crossing 9.
Which one? Let's do this.
Guys, I haven't heard of either of these courses, but they probably played it on the tour, and I don't know. And I just said tour.
I'm pretty sure
think-
Fox Run is top 5, and Brewster was like, 7.
I think Axlund is higher
Okay.
Where does it take?
out of the two Swedish ones.
So we
you
give
just
that
want to
6.
switch these.
Yeah, let's switch
Okay.
those.
Okay.
Okay, so 1 is Maple Hill, 2 is Crocole, 3 is Persimmon. That's really high. I've seen playthroughs of Persimmon Ridge. I do not think it is that good of a course.
All right.
I know it is rated really high.
I don't feel very highly about that one.
I'm gonna say Persimmon is 5, and then bump the other two up to 3 and 4.
Yeah, I actually
So
rock
do
with
that 5.
Yep.
4 goes to 3,
Fox Run
5
is
goes
3.
to
Yeah,
4.
there you go. I can't wait for none of these to be right.
Mac, in Europe, all of these courses, like disc golf is a professional sport.
You're telling him like he doesn't know, Matt. Come on.
But he just asked, are all these European courses that good? Well, how many of these courses are in the top 10 right now? And what it like?
They're all in the top 10.
That's what I'm saying. But how
All
many European courses are in the
I
top?
think,
So-
I think Mac's question is more like they're rating that high, but are they actually that good? Like, do we think they're
Yeah,
actually that
And
good?
I do think they are.
I think we got 3 right. That would
I
be
would
my
say,
guess.
yeah, well, let's take some guesses on how many we got right.
Wait, Taylor, can you do this fun strategy? Okay. Can you
Ready?
highlight whichever ones are right with green and the ones that are wrong with red and give us an opportunity to flip the red one?
Oh, okay.
Or just
Yeah,
do
we
green.
can-
You don't even need to do red. You just got to do green.
All right, let's see. Let's see
So
what we
which
got
one?
right. So
Greens
far.
are locked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's so
Or
fun.
you could do it like the way that disc game does it, and you could do if it's within 3, you can use yellow.
That is so much math.
I was gonna say that's a
Oh,
crazy amount of math.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Mac, we're doing a group trip to Europe to find out at some point. After we do our
His new
gambling
nickname is
sponsorship-
Marcus. Put it in the books.
Sorry. Dude, because we have Captain Mac for the team, and then we have Mark.
I
Oh.
made the same mistake.
Okay, good job. Whoever did that. Who made that suggestion? Corey.
Corey.
Good job, dude.
So that
Nice.
is that's the list. of
Maple
who's
Hill
right.
has changed. Maple Hill was like number 1 for like ever. Oh,
Taylor, how many
no.
of these rotations do you want to give us to make this?
Let's do
can
3
do one,
iterations. Let's do 3
okay.
iterations. So
I
we
like
got
that
2
because
more.
that gives us otherwise we're gonna stall out here. So for those watching live, we got 1 of 10 right, and that was Eagles Crossing was at 9.
Solid job.
Solid job, pretty good, pretty good. This is kind of up to standard, up to snuff for this podcast.
Well, I think Fox Run is 4.
Okay,
That's what I would change.
Let's make.
I would put
Wait,
the.
oh, yeah,
uh,
we do
I'll put the
iteration number
proposed over here.
Thank you,
let's
thank
I
see.
would put the Finland course at 2.
Which Finley? Okay. Can I say that I think Crocole takes 1 then?
I
Yeah,
don't
sure.
care. I don't care.
Crocole's 1, Maple Hill is 3.
Yeah,
'Cause I still-
Maple Hill dropped the 3.
Hey man, I'm just throwing something out there.
Yeah, I know.
I think Ale is 10. Where's Persimmon?
Keep that.
I think
Ooh.
Persimmon's 10. Persimmon's 10.
I'm fine with Persimmon being 10. If Persimmon actually ends up being the top, like the number 3 course in the world, it does not deserve that in the slightest. I've watched like 8
It's not.
videos on there. It is not that good of a course. Okay.
Wow. Shout out.
Shout
Sorry,
out.
man.
Get
You-
dogged
listen,
for Simon Ridge.
Listen, Nate Turner can only make so many videos of I'm at the top something course in the world, and I still can't even remember what his.
Let's do Caliber 8.
I'm fine with that. I have no concern. That puts Brewster. Where did that put Brewster? At 5? Is that crazy?
Sure.
Yeah, I just know Tyler said it was really high.
What do we have left?
I think Brewster was like not too far behind Fox Run, but I know Fox Run was top 5.
Obviously, do 6.
Let's see
Or
what
was it?
six and seven here.
Hold on. Or was it Brewster that was top 5? Oh my gosh, I think it was Brewster that was top 5.
So we need to swap Fox Run and Brewster.
Yes. I think Brewster was top 5 because
Yeah. Wait, which one did they play on the tour?
they played both.
Oh, they did. You're so right.
But Brewster, I think, is top
6
5.
and then 7 above.
It's
7, 6.
Mac. It's just a golf course, and people get to drive golf carts, and they go ooh la la. Do we run this? I'm fine to put this in.
How happy are you guys with this?
We have so much information after this.
I don't know.
I really don't know either.
See, we're checking. We're checking.
Yes.
Did we get Brewster right? Oh man.
All right, we got number 1.
Oh yes, number 1 was right.
Here's your list.
Oh, you dick.
Oh,
Maple Hill is not. All right, hold on. Maple Hill is
So I'll fill
falling.
these.
Yeah, Maple Hill has fallen, by the way.
Okay,
thanks,
so
quickly.
did we get Brewster right at 5? Oh
Make
no,
those
we-
green.
You ended at
no.
Make those green.
Oh.
4. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, can you please put some respect on our names?
My bad.
Unrelated, Mac, good conversation to have. I think any golf course gets a high rating because it has all of the like cutting and trimming of a golf course. Because the golf course I played, the course was not that good, but it was because it was on a golf course, it just made me like it more. All right.
Yeah. Okay, so all right, let's figure this out. All right, Maple
4.
Hill, Maple's 4.
Maple 4.
I think I'm having. Hold on.
Sorry, this is confusing.
Brewster's 5.
Guys, Persimmon might be 3.
Brewster's 5.
And if that's true, and
Persimmon
if
is
that
not 3. It's something in Europe.
Persimmon is like 6. It's like think about.
Okay, which one?
yeah,
Yeah.
gonna
Persimmon
say-
6. Fox Run 7. Put Fox Run 7. And then we got to figure out the other 2. Like who
I say
is
that's 2, or that's 3. Axland Golf Center.
is 3, right?
Yeah.
I think it's 3 as well. And then the other one is whatever we're missing. What is that? 10?
10, yeah.
Sure.
Hold on. We've got all right. So hold on. No. Hold on. Let's just take a look at this for a second.
No one's trying to go, bro. No one's trying to go. You're good. You're
We
good.
are already holding on.
We're,
right.
we're
We've been
holding
holding
roll.
on.
I just want to make sure we get this right.
This is
Yeah,
truly a
that's
terrible
definitely
audio
gonna
listener
happen.
segment. My apologies to any
Guys,
actual audio
for
listeners
reference,
that are
we
out
are on
there.
attempt 3, and we only have 4 out of the 10 courses in the correct order. We have Eagles Crossing at the right spot at 9. We have some course in Finland at 2. We have Crowcole at 1, Caliber at 8, and we have no other information.
I've never. What is Caliber Disc Golf Course, by the way? I've never even heard of that.
Never even heard of that either.
I've never even heard of Idaho.
Where is that?
Yeah, you are. All right, I'm good with this. What do you think?
I think I'm good with it too.
I think we nailed it.
I do not think we nailed it, but
Wait, hold on. Do we go with?
Not friendly to the blind. Shit.
Oh shoot, my bad, Mac. Rest in peace.
I don't think Mac is blind.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, you could
Hold
swap
on.
the 2 Swedens, and I bet you could swap the 2 Swedens, and it'd be like the same.
I bet you
I
could
know.
put the
We-
Swedens up higher, and Fox Run is number 10.
No. Fox Run is whoa.
My fault.
Yeah, no, Fox Run is good. I remember them being in 7th.
This year?
Yeah, I looked at
Because
this
I thought
list
you remember
earlier.
seeing Maple Hill being
Okay.
number 1.
Yeah,
They
then
were.
number 2,
They
and then
were.
number 3, and now we're at number 4.
I don't want to change anything.
Alright, don't change it.
I'm really happy with what we got.
All right.
Are we locked in?
Yep.
Yeah, we're locked in.
All right, with definite improvements here.
Let's go.
Okay.
Maple Hill's 4. Yep. See, it told you. Told you.
2 of them are going to be wrong.
Oh my gosh, we had the Sweden courses mixed up.
That
Dude, we
wasn't
came
me.
close.
That's
That's
impressive.
crazy
That's impressive.
switch up.
Audio listeners, we got all of them correct on the third attempt, except that we just needed to flop the 2 Sweden courses.
So we got 8 of 10.
I just don't like
believe-
Ale Disc Golf Center.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Ale Disc Golf Center, I believe, is a
It's Ale.
Ale.
Ale. Disc Golf
Cool.
Center.
Oh, they
Island.
love the name Disc Golf Center. One of these two is like 4 or 5 courses on the same property, and it's
Wait, hold on.
ridiculously nice.
That was a joke.
Hold on.
That was a joke.
Switch
All
us
right.
back.
Good game, Taylor. Good game.
Thank you.
Love
We'll
guessing.
I-
Make us
we'll
look
do
like
the
an idiot.
states.
again.
Next
Your
week.
biggest downfall though was the states. You bringing that up.
Yeah, we'll do that next week. That'll be fun.
I got very excited when I heard that.
Yeah, you're terrible
If
this week.
I don't immediately have Maryland right, Tyler is going to get so mad at me.
No, I won't because I don't even know Maryland myself. That's why that's why I said I wanted Delaware. Because I play more in
we-
Delaware than
okay.
Maryland.
Are we not looking?
You
Yeah, I'm not
cannot look.
looking.
Yeah, do not
No.
look.
Do not look until
Looking
next
is
week.
illegal.
But I will tell you that Cass Benton is like not even close.
Not on the list.
I think Mac was joking, maybe, but
Well, yeah, he was joking, but even in Michigan, I don't think it's close. So
Yeah. Well, this has been a really fun episode. We've gone off the rails on all accounts, which is how it should be on this episode or on this podcast, honestly. This is where we are in the off season, right?
I said 2 swear words.
It was amazing.
It's true.
and
Right.
I think Taylor skipped one.
I
Am I
probably
flipping?
somewhere.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna go back through and take the audio of Tyler hitting his microphone and just
Oh,
censor
dude.
censor the swear words with that.
All right, chill. I want to be able to hear my children laugh later in life, and your ball game is not helping my ears. I didn't
Oh,
explain
man.
that well, but Scott, Delaware actually has a lot of good courses. I've been that way twice.
I got
Yeah.
3 things to say. Use our affiliate codes at foundationdiscgolf.com. Buy our merch and
Whoa, you said the word.
buy our the merch almost killed this podcast for anyone that doesn't know. And I don't know what the third thing is. Shout out
Subscribe.
to
I've got 3 things. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, I wish I could scream right now, but I can't because I got kids asleep. Start your engines. I'll just do it like that. Thank you so much, guys, so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Hi guys.